Back Row Ministry of the World Permit, Mr. Mark coming at you live and direct. Just got through watching Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. It's a new Quentin Tarantino movie, and I just wanted to look at some of the number symbolism that was used in the film Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, and the movie kind of veers off but onto a event that happened in history, and that event is the murder of Sharon Tate, or the blood sacrifice of Sharon Tate, for Roman Polanski. So a lot of things I caught in the movie, and the movie tries to kind of throw you off the trail of what this is really about. And of course we're dealing with a lot of time travel. Time equals 47, and when you see time, talks a lot about foundation. The building of foundation is built through time. So Tarantino in this film once again plays with time. He does this in Inglourious Bastard, where he takes a event that happens and he changes the event. He changes the outcome event, and that's what time travel is all about. This idea that you can go back into a situation and change this situation by changing the outcome. And perhaps this happens because in Inglourious Basterds, he changed the outcome of World War II. And so we see a little Nazi scene inside of the movie where he tortured some Nazis, the main character. We go to the main character's name, and his name is Rick Dalton. You see Rick Dalton already has the 107 coding, which is 17, which is the kill code. There's your 17, 107, 44 is the kill code. We got 163, 64. We can look at a couple of numbers. I always like to do number properties. Let's go on to 163. I didn't think I got anything out of 163, but just to show you guys how I check everything. So 163 is the 38th prime number. We know 38 has a lot to do with killing, and it has a lot to do with death. So 38, of course, death is 38. So a lot of coding in Rick Dalton's name. So Dalton is a character that's at the end. He's at the end, and we talk about the Alpha and Omega. We talk about the beginning and the end, the Alpha and Omega. So the Alpha, of course, is our beginning, which is 38. See that 38 inside the Alpha, and then we go to the Omega, which is the 41, 23, 22, which is the master number. You go back to Rick Dalton, catch that 38. So he's the Alpha, he's the beginning. Yet in the film it talks about him being at the end of his career, yet he's the beginning. His name vibrates with the beginning, which is the Alpha. He's the beginning. Also 101, which is 11. We talk about 11 being the master number. Ties in with 22. Okay? The other character in this film is the hero, the Bantu. The hero, as Yahi talks about, the Bantu, Super Bantu, and his name is Cliff Booth. Cliff Booth. So he's got vibration of 96, 51, 174, 48, 47, the number of foundation, 92, and 264. So if we look at Cliff Booth, look at some numbers in his name. We'll take a couple of numbers in his name. All right, so we get 96, 51. 51 we see in a lot. 47 we see in a lot. 48 we see in a lot. And I'm going to take 174, because that's a number. Yeah, we're going to look at is 174 here. So 174 gives us no properties. Alright. But we do have 20 inside of Cliff's name. We take Booth, you get 24, get 75, 21, 57, and 210. Some properties and some numbers in his name. But 47 stands out the most. Now let's go back to the date in which the actual Sharon Tate murder happened. We got 42, It's the number of diaspora. We talk about that number is always connected to black people and to Jews. That's something that Yahi was talking about. 86, 32, 221, and 17, of course. 105, 32, and 86 were the numbers for that day when she was murdered. Okay. All right. So she was murdered on CeeLo. CeeLo is a street. 44 kill. You see the kill code. 26 the God number. 28 is just 82 the reflection. So that had the same numerology. 24 is 42 the reflection. A day with 42 numerology. CeeLo Street where all this took place. Sharon. You see the 33 in Sharon. You see the 75 in Sharon. We can take a number property for Sharon. I'm showing you guys how to kind of play with the calculator. Alright, so nothing out of 75 for Sharon. But I try to break down every nook and cranny of this. So let's go back to Sharon. We'll go back to Tate. So her name was Tate. 46. Tate is 46. 46 is Tate. And if you go back to blood sacrifice with 121, 67, 71. Well, let's also go to sacrifice, which we didn't put in here. Sacrifice gives us 73, 46, 170, 62, 53, and 71. Okay. So of course when we go to Sharon Tate, we got the 46, 62, 44 the kill code. And we got some of that stuff in Sharon. 75. And see, Sharon vibrates with Cliff Booth. Booth is 75, Sharon is 75. So you see that vibration between the two of them. Whereas he was the hero. He's the hero who saves Sharon Tate. It's kind of like, you know how the black guy saves a Caucasian girl in any movie. Kind of Cliff Booth playing that role. He's really just a lackey, a glorified chauffeur and a bag boy who saved Sharon Tate this night so she can have the child. And the child is born. And at the end, you see the child, they're playing Rosemary's Baby. Now, her husband, Roman Polanski, directed Rosemary's Baby. And it's a baby about the birth of the Antichrist. Birth of the Antichrist. You get 55, 61, 188, and 163. I'm going to go to our calculator again before we end the first part of this video. Uh, 163. And remember, like we said, 163 equals 38. 38 is our death number. Rosemary's Baby plays at the end of this film. Rosemary's Baby symbolized death, the coming of the Antichrist. But Rosemary Baby also carries that 30, that 163 and that 38. And remember, that takes us back to the Alpha, the beginning. The beginning. So they believe that this child that's coming is going to be the beginning of what they want you to believe is this new world order. And if you've seen the movie, at the end she's got on a shirt that says 17. She's wearing a shirt that says 17. So if you go sacrifice, of course, 170 is 17. Okay, so a lot of stuff in this film. We'll close this part of the video and come up part two.